Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 3rd. We're going to just jump right in here, as always, Capricorn. Oh, damn. I love this. You're entering into a good time, Capricorn. I'm just going to say that. But we're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your next row, we're going to look at what you don't see coming this week. So, basically anything that could be unexpected coming in for you. In your next row, we are going to look at messages from your future self in this last row here. We'll take both of those cards. Why not? We're also going to double clarify this reading like I did last week. So we're going to go through and clarify as we go. And then we're going to clarify again with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. On top of that, I'm going to do like a personalish reading at the end. So I'm going to give you time to think of one question. And I'm going to try to answer it as if I know what it is, even though I don't. So you have this new life card here. This is a process that you are undergoing at this time. I don't think you have this new life yet, but I love this card. To me, she's being lifted up on a pedestal here, Capricorn. And look, she looks like happy. She's glowing on this card. So I feel like you are maybe moving on from something. I feel like some of you have recently experienced a heartbreak, which we see right here, Three of Swords. And but you're actually like moving towards a victory. Look at this. I feel, it's kind of interesting that you have this conflict card, and we're going to look into this obviously, but one card isn't going to ruin an entire reading, and you could be experiencing conflict, but I kind of feel that this is tied to this right here, the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. Some of you could have gone through a heartbreak and you're hoping to get justice. What I would say here is that maybe someone did stab you in the back with that dagger card, but it's like one of those things. People always ask me, like, is my past person going to get karma? I'm like, well, if you're thinking about it, no. It's like we have to just move on and trust that the universe is going to take care of it. It's like if we're trying to send the person karma, it doesn't work like that, right? So, especially if they stabbed you in the back or did you dirty or something along those lines. Like, I know it's a hard thing to do, but I kind of get this new energy for you where it's almost as if you're like learning to just forgive and move on. This is like setting you free. Look, you have the Six of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Empress. I feel like you're showing up as the Empress. I almost feel both of these cards are the same. The New Life and the Empress card, they're not, but I kind of am getting similar energies off the two cards. Like you're being, having a glow up type energy here. Again, I've been encouraging pretty much everyone to have a glow up. We have to create the glow up. We have to embrace the glow up. It's like you're not going to have a glow up sitting around on the couch, right? You have to like get healthy, wealthy, and wise is what I would say here. I would focus on health, wealth, and happiness. And people always say it's not about money. And I always say, okay, well, go live in a cave, enjoy that. But I also say, yeah, it's not about money. Wealth doesn't mean money. It could mean like wealth of friends, wealth of happiness, abundance in all its forms. So I would be focusing on those things, and I would be putting work into those things as well, like being more healthy, being more wealthy, being more wise. Like I said, learning, educating yourself. If you do that, you're going to be making yourself like a triple threat here. And that's really what I feel like this reading is saying. Just long story short, I feel like you're turning into a triple threat. And I mean that in the best way possible, Capricorn. I do feel some of you could have gone through something recently and you're kind of letting it go. Looks like an inconsistent, I really just get an immature energy here. I really just get this energy, like, I'm not going to lie to you. I like looking at this Justice card, I see a seesaw in my head. It's just like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I would say if you're moving on from a person, I know it's hard, but I feel like this is like needing to cut it out, needing to put up some boundaries. Because I feel like this person could just be like blah, 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 back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in your life for, I don't know, like the next 30 years. So if you don't want that, which I would definitely recommend against it, then I would cut this person off. If you, I feel like if, as I'm saying this, it's an uncomfortable truth. So if that message is for you, I feel like you don't want to hear it. I feel like I'm just being honest here. I feel like it's an uncomfortable truth that maybe it's hard to accept, but you also know it's right. So if you don't, if that's not for you, it's not for you. Let's just put it that way. But again, I feel like you're having this like triple threat glow up thing going on here. You have these Six of Swords. Again, there's a woman and a child here. And it could just be one person. It could just be you, this person in the boat. And this guy back here, he represents the ferryman, kind of, and he also represents a guide. It's almost as if you're being guided away from something. I always say that woman and the child, they have nothing but the clothes on their back. They have made a complete, they are having a complete start over. They're completely starting from scratch. And I feel a lot of you could feel like that, like you're, maybe going through a breakup or a separation, or maybe you're just kind of starting a new business or new career, whatever it is. And maybe you feel like you're starting from scratch. But again, I really feel you're starting from a place of wisdom, which is good. Here you go with the Six of Swords, exactly what I was feeling. you have the King of Swords. He is my card of knowledge and wisdom. So again, if you feel like you're starting over, you're not. I felt that. That's why I literally just said that. So, I feel for a lot of you that you're starting from a place of great wisdom and knowledge. It's like you have so many lessons. You might feel like you're starting completely from scratch, but you're not. You're starting from this place of knowing so many new things, and you've had so many experiences. It's kind of like one of those things. I feel like saying that the past maybe like 3, 4, 5 years, if you were to take what you learned in that amount of time from like all the lessons that you've been through recently and all that other stuff, like I think that like that amount should be like 40 years, but you've maybe condensed it down to like 3 years. So I feel like it's been a heavy, few years for you, especially since, Saturn and Capricorn, since like 2017, when Saturn went into Capricorn. It's not in Capricorn any longer, but again, as I always say, you're learning those lessons for the next 27 years, or, whenever Saturn comes back into Capricorn, right? With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups. You are being pushed towards fulfillment. Four of Pentacles is like, I'm holding on to just the little bit that I have right now because I'm afraid to lose that. But again, it's like if you open up, this is what you have to offer right here. What you can receive is the Nine of Cups. So I really feel there's like a lot of fulfillment coming in for you. And I would start like just, I really get this feeling of needing to enjoy life, needing to have more experiences, but also needing to kind of like build yourself up to have those positive experiences. Like, it's like one of those things where, again, I'm not telling you what to do. I don't think tarot should tell you what to do, but, it's like if you're not healthy and you can't go enjoy yourself because you're not feeling healthy, then I kind of feel like this is saying, go get healthy. If you're not happy because you're not feeling happy, then maybe you need to go do some things that make you happy or go to therapy or whatever. No judgment here, right? I fully support that. I think it's great. Whatever you like, I support people doing whatever they need to do to, kind of get to this place. The Nine of Cups, he experiences things because he's experienced them before. It's an energy of needing to be in an energy before you have it. Like if he wants love or true love, he has to go experience true love before he can have it. People always say how. I'm like, well, can you go love a dog? Can you go love a cat? Can you go love nature? Whatever. Just go soak in that energy. And if you can hold that energy for a certain period of time, then you're going to attract what you want into your life. With the Empress, you have the Temperance card. Yep, like I said, this is a transformation that you've been going through. You're so close, Capricorn, is what I feel like saying. You can see that this Temperance angel is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This right here is the path to glory over here, up to this crown. And, this angel is just trying to turn like water into wine, or trying to, he's practicing alchemy, trying to turn one thing into another. And I really feel that energy for some of you here, where you're kind of like really turning your life around, becoming a triple threat. Like I said, I love it. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Oracle's gift card. Again, if I'm being honest with you, I don't feel anything unexpected here. I always separate out these rows, but sometimes I just don't feel it. And so, it is what it is, right? I do feel like what could be kind of unexpected is that you are more intuitive than you realize. And, I feel you could be learning to trust your intuition more with this Oracle's gift card, or you could be getting messages. And it could be a time where you're just getting more messages than you normally would have. I also feel that you have the Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Justice card. I kind of feel like some of you have maybe recently gotten some news that was upsetting. Could be about a breakup or a separation that you've already been through. And, the interesting thing is again, not unexpected. I feel like if you got some news that like someone cheated or left you or whatever, maybe you were feeling it. I kind of feel this feeling of like you having felt it, before it happened, or you kind of like understanding it before it happened here with the Nine of Swords. For others, I feel that this is talking about just a never-ending situation that you've been in for maybe since 2017. It could be like a job situation or career. Something is changing for you here, though, Capricorn, and this is going to be for the better. Again, this can represent a never-ending situation. The Justice card, I was getting something about like a seesaw. I was seeing the balance that the Justice card person here is holding right here. And I kind of like see it just going back and forth in my head. So not really what justice represents, but again, I read intuitively, and that's what I'm getting here, is that I feel like there's been this back and forth thing. I feel like it needs to come to an end. Like I said, it could be a relationship for some of you. It could just be a financial situation for others. I kind of feel like you're taking this neutral approach with the Justice card, which is good. I also feel, interestingly enough, I feel pretty good about this Three of Swords. Not saying that something bad didn't happen. Three of Swords is understanding that something is temporary. It's raining on the Three of Swords. It's meant to represent a temporary problem or issue. The Nine of Swords is actually a clue card for me. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I look at the Nine of Swords as a temporary situation as well. Actually, there are several tarot books that refer to the Nine of Swords as a temporary situation as well. So I feel like you understand that maybe pain is temporary. Three of Swords is about forgiving and pulling those swords out of your own heart. Here you go with the Nine of Swords, walking away, walking towards fulfillment. He's walking away from something that no longer serves him, and he is walking towards the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you're walking towards fulfillment in a big way. That's the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse on it as well. Some people say the moon, but I don't really feel that. And we're about to have some eclipses coming up here, so, it could be around eclipse season that you start, actually feeling fulfilled. With the Three of Swords, Three of Cups, here you go. I do feel like you're walking towards a reunion here, Capricorn, but not with a past person. I feel like this is more of like a past life connection or something, along those lines. It's weird. I see like two Egyptian people. It looks like two people in Egypt coming together. So, like a very ancient connection that could be coming together for you. So I feel that you could be attracting like a person who you've been with for many lifetimes with the Three of Cups, and definitely feels like a past lifetime person. For others, you could be finding out about third-party situation, but again, is it really worth mentioning? I would say probably not, because I feel like you're walking away from it, so why bother, right? On top of that, I love this card. Teamwork makes the dream work. As always, Capricorn, I'm going to be saying that to you till 2033, probably, if YouTube still exists. Who knows, right? If Zuckerberg doesn't take over or something like that. But what I would say here is that, I'd be doing something teamwork-wise because it's just going to benefit you. With the Justice card, you have the Eight of Pentacles, focusing on yourself. You're getting off the seesaw. Like I said, I feel like you are kind of pouring work into yourself, which is kind of what I was feeling when I was saying, you could be working on your health or you could be working on your finances. But again, I feel like you're working on three things. You're becoming a triple threat is the best way I could put it. The Empress is the number 3, and I really feel that triple threat energy here where it's like you're working on health, wealth, happiness, or something. And again, I feel like you could be doing it alone for right now, but this is going to change quickly. It's like, again, when we do that, when we focus on health, wealth, happiness, and we start raising our vibration, we're naturally going to attract like a person or people if we want, a group of people or whatever we want in our life. We attract those things to us because we're raising our vibration, we're matching them. And I feel like you're matching someone here. At the end here for messages from your future self, you have this card. It says the dagger. It says conflict and danger lie in wait. These are not bad cards here. Again, I feel like this is more talking about a past person. I'd be careful of this past person because, again, I feel like it would just be, this person could have stabbed you in the back and it could be just like one of those things. I want to see what this next card is. You have this spider card. It says be meticulous and patient. So I would be very patient at this time. Again, I want to just, I don't want to take up too much of your time here, Capricorn, but I do want to get more information on that dagger. These are, let's just be honest, right? These are very disconnected energies. This is positive. This is not so positive. So can we just ask the universe, what is going on with this dagger card? You have the 5 of Wands, the Fool, and you have the 3 of Wands as well. So I would be careful of conflict and competition. It's kind of like funny because the Fool can say that it's time for a new beginning. So again, I feel like you're taking a leap of faith away from a person who maybe caused conflict in your life or where there was competition. That 3 of Wands, this is kind of reminding me of like going somewhere where there is no competition almost. So, I would be careful of competition, especially in work or business. The 3 of Wands is like going on an adventure. He's looking at those ships that are in the harbor, and he could be getting on those ships and going somewhere new. So, that's what I would get there. Let's see if we get more details here. But you have the 4 of Wands, Chariot, 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Definitely feel there's love coming in for you in the future. But again, I feel like you have to get off that seesaw, if I can't say that enough times. 4 of Wands is a card of marriage. It's also a card of passing through a portal. It's kind of like a card of finishing something up. I'm wondering if that dagger card is kind of like in the spider card saying be meticulous and patient is saying be patient with yourself. But I kind of feel like you have to cross through this portal. It's almost as if you're leaving something in the past, whether it's a person or otherwise. 6 of Swords. You could be leaving anything in the past. Could be a job. Could be a business. Could be anything. And I kind of feel like this is saying, cross through the portal. There's a celebration on the other side. This card represents like 1111, going through a portal and finishing something up. You have this Chariot and the Three of Pentacles. The Chariot is as above, so below. So it's kind of a card of attracting things into your life. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. Really, it says teamwork makes the dream work again. So I'd be making sure to work on a team. I also feel this is like encouraging you to follow a plan. I'm also getting with that Dagger card as well and the Spider connected. Like if you're starting a new business, if you're starting something new, I kind of feel it's saying like two things. Like number one, don't give up. But number two, if there are, I don't really know how to say this, but if you have a business and if there are like certain steps, I feel like it's kind of saying, don't skip steps. Don't try to rush to a finish line. I feel sometimes in business, especially, maybe we try to rush to a finish line because we just want to be successful. Everybody wants to get rich quick, right? And I feel like this is saying, yeah, that's great, but number one, easy come, easy go, right? So if something happens too quickly, it could disappear just as quickly. Number two, it's like you're building something here for like a lifetime, So if it takes you 2 years to build something that's going to last a lifetime, technically you are getting rich quick, right? So I kind of feel like this is saying don't skip those important steps. That's what I'm getting here. For others, I feel like you could be moving, by the way. Fool, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, Chariot, and the Page of Wands, going on an adventure. For others, I kind of feel this is saying don't be afraid to, step into a blue ocean. There's a book called The Blue Ocean Strategy. It's popping into my head with that 3 of Wands. And basically they're, in business, there are like blue oceans and red oceans. Red oceans are where everyone is, right? And there's just so much competition. The water is bloody. And then there's blue oceans, things that nobody's ever come up with before. And they're blue oceans. And, there's like a lot of opportunity. And it's kind of popping into my head here where I feel like you need to look where there could be more opportunity, or maybe there are like untapped markets in business. But I feel this for all areas of your life. Like there could be, this could exist in love. It's like maybe there's a special place where there are, good people who don't cheat. Or whatever, I don't know, or people who have good morals, or whatever it is that you're looking for. It's like maybe there's a dating app for that, or maybe there's, I don't know, I have no clue what I'm talking about, clearly, Capricorn, but there's something, right? I feel like you need to find that blue ocean. With the 4 of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups, definitely true love coming in for you. Again, if there's love coming in for you, someone finds you very attractive, but again, even though this is a weekly reading, I feel like this is one of those things where, this person is coming in as you move on from the past, or, kind of as you have moved on. So I'd make sure to heal from the past here if you want love. With the Chariot and the 3 of Pentacles, Empress, there you go. Definitely glowing up. Triple threat. Again, 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're really kind of creating a lot of abundance, or you're entering into an extremely abundant period of your life. With the Page of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. I would move towards enthusiasm and excitement. You could be very excited by like new ideas, new plans, new goals. And this is a card out with the old, in with the new. There's a castle crumbling over here, and the Ace of Wands represents new things to be excited about. So clearly, pretty simple reading. You're just entering into something new. You have that new life card. And again, I feel like you're going to be really, really happy with like this new life that you're entering into. So let's clarify this. With the 6 of Swords and the King of Swords, you have the Revenge card. Again, it's like one of those things. Maybe you are tempted or have a desire to get revenge on a past person. But I kind of feel that 3 of Swords is saying forgiveness is the best route. Forgiveness isn't about forgiving the person. It's more about, forgiving yourself for maybe getting into the situation or whatever in the first place. When you do that and move on, then you kind of can have this glow up, right? And it's funny that that card shows up because I was basically saying that with the 3 of Swords. With the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, you have this friendship card. Some of you could be meeting someone through friends, or it could also be a friend that you have already that could be your lover that's coming in for you, if you want love. If you don't want love, I do feel it'll just be a good time for socializing. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. There could be just a lot of benefits from like your community, the people around you, all that other good stuff. With the Empress and the Temperance card, you have this domination card here. So again, I would just be careful. I feel, in past love, you could have been dealing with a person who just wanted to win, a person who just wanted to dominate the situation. And even if they left, right? Maybe they left and it just gave them a sense of control. Maybe they feel like they won because they left, even though they didn't. I don't know. It strikes me as a traumatized person. Maybe not even a trauma bond, right? Maybe this person just has trauma. And so I feel like you have kind of like left that situation. I don't know, weird. With the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Cups, you have this order card. I feel that you are bringing more order into your life. I mean, obviously, if you're focusing on health, wealth, happiness, which is like a major focus of this reading, then that brings more order into your life. Probably going to start feeling better, looking better, attracting better, all that stuff. With the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups, you have the Power card. And again, I feel like you could be gaining power here, but I would definitely work on a team or, open up to the idea of working on a team here. So if you're like trying to build a product or a business or anything like that, again, teamwork makes the dream work. You don't even have to, like take on a business partner or anything. This could be just one of those things. Maybe you have a friend, you have that friendship card who you can bounce ideas off of. It's like we can work together with people without really working together with them, right? We can have a person maybe who we just bounce ideas off of. We can have a person in our life who maybe we just talk to like once a week or something like that, right? Or maybe you're joining a group or a forum or something like that online. I feel like all those things will just add power to your life. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Justice card, you have this versatility card. Every single person, I kid you not, has had this card. I think that it's because we're kind of entering into this like major Aquarius energy, even though this is Gemini. It doesn't matter. What I would say is that the Aquarius energy really wants us to be versatile. It really wants us to be able to, come up with different ways of doing pretty much everything that we do in life. So there you go. I would just stay open to different ways of doing things. Justice, sometimes I think justice comes up in readings when we're like working on a business or working on something else in our life. And maybe we are very stuck doing things one way, but maybe there's another way that works better. Justice is like cause and effect. It says what works best and just put your energy into that. With the Four of Cups and the Ace of Cups, you have this empathy card. I feel like you could be attracting a very empathetic like person, a person who really feels very deeply for you. And I just said to you, which is, and I don't know what that means, but it's kind of popping into my head. It could be a Pisces or someone like a moon in Pisces, like this card is here, but I feel like it's someone who really is a companion. Look, there's a dog right here. Dogs represent companions. I feel like you could be dreaming about this person. There's a bird here. I also feel like you could be getting messages from this person soon, but definitely really nice. With the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles, and the Empress, you have the Risk card. Again, this card has shown up quite a bit as well, the Risk card. I feel it's a good time to take calculated risk. The type of risks that we could be taking, again, with all this Aquarius energy entering into the age of Aquarius, whatever you believe, is the risk of exposure, the risk of, putting yourself out into the world and being wrong. And I feel like people who do that are going to be very successful. So really, there is no risk. With the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands, you have the Fortune card. Love it. Definitely a lot of good fortune coming in for you at this time, Capricorn. Again, best thing I could say is become a triple threat. Do the things to improve your health, wealth, happiness. That's going to be the best thing for you. We're going to pull 3 cards now. Just think of one question if you want, and I'm going to try to answer this as if I know what your question is using these 3 cards. So feel free to pause the video if you need time to think of your question. But you have the Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Damn. Definitely attracting your Ten of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is you showing up in a very strong position here. So I feel like you are manifesting wealth into your life. I feel with whatever you're asking about that you need to gather some more information. That's what I'm getting here intuitively. Sometimes the Ten of Pentacles can represent hidden or secret information. It doesn't mean that it's really hidden or secret, but what it means is that, there could be information from an unlikely source. Like let's say you're trying to start a business, for example. There might be a friend who you don't really realize has good information for you. So it kind of like says use your resources. Both of these cards right here, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, could also be like maybe you already have something like a book, or maybe you have like a documentary or something, about the type of business that you want to start. And there could be some good information there. I also feel like if you're needing money, that your money's about to explode. So wouldn't even worry about money. I feel like for some of you, you're thinking about doing something again. We kind of talked about this earlier, like starting a certain type of business. Follow the order of the business, like I said earlier, but I feel like it's going to be very successful for you. So this looks really good. Definitely a companion coming in for you. Could be an Aquarius coming in for you as well, I'm getting. So, or someone who has Aquarius in their chart. But thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.